The FIFA 22 market has finally begun to stable out, and we're going to be talking about it in this video. We'll be taking a look at exactly what I was doing last night because it was an absolutely crazy night. There was just insane panic buying, to say the least, and we're also going to be talking about what's going to be happening in the next few days. So getting straight into this video now, prices were all of a sudden extremely fast, very quickly. If we go ahead and take a look at some graphs, I think this is the best way to actually take a look at it. We were mentioning in those videos that the market is going to go up extremely fast, and we were saying that this is going to be happening, but it just happened extremely fast. It felt like the supply didn't even have a chance to literally set in. This was Sunday morning. In hindsight, I put my hands up. Sunday morning was the best time to buy, but I think pretty much nobody expected that Sunday morning is going to be the best time to buy. If you take a look here, this is Saturday evening, the 25th, and then the 26th was Sunday, so 5 a.m. UK time. Rashford was at 140k. That was literally the lowest point. Anyone who denies that is just completely wrong. We can see here, this was the lowest point that Rashford has been in the last couple days, 140,000 coins. If we were to buy here, we could have sold at midnight UK time or at 1 a.m. at 170,000 coins, which is just absolutely insane. What we did see though, there was still a buy point here. It wasn't as low as Sunday morning, but at midnight there was still good prices that were around 154k relative to the prices that he was days before that, 160k. 155 wasn't too bad at all, and you could have got him at 150 or even lower than that. Some cards that I actually picked up here, this was a little bit later on. What I did was I slept through this. I was awake till 1 a.m. 2 a.m. market was still high. I said I'm not getting involved in that. I woke up, I set an alarm at around 7 a.m. UK time. I bought cards around here. So I did actually buy these cards. You can take a look here. I do have this on Footbin Market Tracker. You guys can do it yourselves as well. It's just Market Tracker here. I made a video on it last year. I could do it again as well this year if you guys are down. But Marcus Rashford, I bought 3 of them at 155,000 coins. That is the price I bought him at, and now he's 175,000. So I could make 34,000 coins profit in total if I do sell all of them. 11,000 coins per card. Joe Gomez I bought at 42k, he's now 47, and Paul Pogba 142, and now he's 162. I do have some other ones, but I did sell. So this was a good time, I think. 7 a.m, 8 a.m. UK time. I did mention in those videos that it was around 5 a.m. or something like that. There might be a good time. We were also talking about it a lot on Twitch. I was also updating on Twitter. So I do think it wasn't the greatest of days. In hindsight, of course, Sunday morning was just ridiculously low, but I still think for some of you guys, if you did perhaps sell when the prices, if you did sell around here or something like that, then of course you are maybe going to be losing coins. But I do think that at this point there wasn't really too many people selling here. I think at this point there was just a lot of panic selling here, which of course we said not to do. We said don't panic sell. Whatever you're going to be doing, don't panic sell, don't panic buy. I was able to get those cards around 8 a.m, 7 a.m, so I hope you guys maybe got involved in that. But now we're going to be talking about the future, what is actually going to be happening. If you guys want to know maybe a reasoning why the market actually went so weird last night, I think what was basically happening, we were expecting FIFA point supply, right? So I did get my FIFA points. I have spent most of them, more than half of them now. But I think because the FIFA points were given out at different times, they were so spread out, I think that was a huge problem. When you go ahead and maybe open up a pack, I guess we could open up a pack. I don't think the luck is that good. I would recommend maybe playing draft or something like that if you are a decent player. But these packs aren't anything too special. And this is pretty much what we did expect on the market. Cards like Isaac, cards like Malin, if there were any of them on the market, they just completely went down. Malin used to be around 5,000 coins. I was telling you guys to sell him at this point. So this was definitely a perfect call. I did expect it. I saw it coming. This Malin was no way going to stay at 5,000 coins when he was going to be supplied so much. There's a lot of cards like that. If you guys have Malin stuff like that, I would say there's no point of keeping them. I don't think cards like Malin are going to be able to do good. If they're 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 coins now, chances are if they are not fodder, they are not going to be increasing in price in the next month or so. To be honest though, I am quite surprised at LaCroix. I don't know how he kept his price. He's one of the few cards that kept his price. He's pretty much extremely low rated as well. I guess it's just a lot harder to pack him. It's definitely based on price as well. pack luck, it's not only just on rating. This Renato Sanchez, I think, is quite hard to pack, but he is not I might be getting Isaac loads and loads of times, but the reason is because EA Sports also have the price factor when they are giving out packs. That's why it's more likely to pack an Oblak rather than a Neymar or a Cristiano Ronaldo, something like that. I'm sure you guys get the gist of that. But basically, the FIFA points were spread out. Not everyone got them at midnight UK time. I got them a little bit later than that. I had to restart FIFA, a few other things, but that was pretty much the reasoning. What pretty much happened last night. It was pretty crazy. But moving on now to what is going to be happening in the future, in the next few days. For me personally, I've been buying and selling some cards. So as you can see here, I did end up selling a Sterling that I picked up this morning as well at 8 AM UK time. These Rashfords as well, Ousmane Dembele, and I was doing a little bit of position change method with Zaha. I do have a separate video on that on this channel. Joe Gomez as well, but currently I do have 2 Paul Pogbas that I've purchased at 143,000 coins, maybe average. Varane, I think I picked him up at, these two are quite good, 300k and then 305k. So basically what I've been doing, I sold the Rashfords because I saw Varane was quite low, and that is maybe what I'm going to continue to do, because when you take a look at Futbin, if you go over to the tracker and look at the favorites, generally the market is quite stable. But if you're still looking to buy cards, I do think you need to look at each player individually at every single hour. For example, Heung-min Son, individually he's been quite low, even though the market overall is quite high. We can say 10% for Goretzka, 15 for Llorente. Individual cards are still going to be having different impacts, so you do need to keep that in mind. This is the point where I did buy this Varane, and I do think if you guys are still looking to buy cards, if you haven't bought, this could be a possible solution. If you're looking to buy Rashford, there were definitely points, this was at 8 AM of course, but there were definitely points even here, 163k, you can still try and buy him, try and snipe him a little bit lower than that, 5,000 coins lower than that. And also, you need to keep in mind, Futbin might be giving the wrong prices sometimes. Sometimes, when you actually see a Varane, he will be loaded in at around like 300k, but the next one is around 310k. That is only going to be lasting for around 5 minutes, but a lot of people are going to be listing up those cards at that time, and in that 5 minutes, you can get a very nice 10k undercut. And for these sort of cards at this point of the game, when coins mean so much, I do think that is quite a significant thing. So my advice would be, if you're looking to buy cards, I would go ahead and add players to your Futbin tracker or some way of tracking them. I think this is an extremely good way because you can visually see what is sort of going on. If this Heung-min Son is going to be having red, maybe that should catch your attention. How much percent is it down? Is it a good buy? But otherwise, if it is green, then do not buy it. But if I am looking at Goretzka or maybe even a Hakimi, I did see Hakimi. If you take a look at this, Futbin here updated it at 116, randomly at 6 PM UK time. Maybe there was a little bit of supply, but one was pretty much listed at 116. Futbin recognized that, and then it did mark the price as 116, and then loads of people started listing it at 116 or a similar price. So that is what I'd recommend. If you are trying to buy cards, make sure you pick them off individually. If you want to buy a full team, most likely you need to buy one player at each different point, because the market now for the next few days, I think, is going to be quite stable. In terms of these Varane, I think I could pretty much keep him until next week, sometime next week on the 4th, on the 5th, around then. That is when I could be selling for maximum profit, and I think that sticks by for most cards, not these ones here. These ones here are just simply because I've already got them duplicate. I didn't buy them or anything like that. Kovacic, Isaac, I don't think they're going to be doing well, but Joe Gomez, I think he will be doing good. And you can go ahead and actually, whilst you're waiting, maybe if you're waiting till next week, what you can do is try and send them to your club, and you can even build a team from them. If you're playing games with the cards that you are actually invested in, then I do think that can be quite a good thing. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys are currently doing. The market should be stable for the next few days, so I think if you want to buy the cards, try and pick them off individually on the hour. And position change method right now is doing quite well. Some SBC solution method as well that some other traders have recommended. You can give that a go as well. But for the next few days, I think the market is going to be pretty solid, and we'll have some videos on how you can grind a 50k pack, 100k pack, other things like that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.